Hey everybody. So this week I want to share an experience that I had last week that was very different from what I have done so far in my field placement. Up to this point, I have spent the weeks with clients who are currently in the treatment facility or alumni of those people that had previously been at this eating disorder treatment facility. But this past week, I had the opportunity to join in on the virtual family group session. And oftentimes we forget that our families, the family unit as a whole, needs everyone to function. And when there is a child or a spouse or a sibling who is struggling with a mental illness or something like alcoholism, drug addiction, eating disorders, it disrupts that family system. And to see these parents and spouses that were there in an attempt to support their family member was heartbreaking, but it was also encouraging because they so desperately want their loved one to get better. And so the family unit has to work when everyone is involved in the recovery process. And this basically pertains to all the classes that I'm taking this semester: the child and adolescent mental health class, my child welfare class, and even psychopathology, because where you have one person that is dealing with a specific issue, the family is most always involved in some way, shape, or form. Whether or not they're actively in that person's life or not, they were at some point, and that could have potentially affected, what has happened to them. And so to see these family members there and to hear the pain in some of their voices of the, feeling completely helpless in what to do to help their loved one, that was the heartbreaking part. But the encouraging part was to see that they were there and they were doing everything that they could to learn about, the eating disorder that their child or spouse is suffering with, and then learning how to be a better parent and respect that when they have family visits or eventually when their child or young adult comes home. And I think that this is important to remember, that oftentimes we just look at the person that's suffering with the issue and we forget about everybody else in their life. And there are a lot of times that those loved ones and family members are suffering more than the individual who has the mental illness. So I felt very privileged to be able to be a part of that group therapy. And I am going to participate in a virtual family workshop next week. And I can't wait to tell y'all all about that and everything that I learned, as well as what I see the family members doing that are there. So thanks for listening.